I decided to write an essay on the effects of the coronavirus worldwide and the ways it is going to change our futures. So, let's begin. Coronaviruses are a type of virus. There are many different kinds and some cause disease. A newly identified coronavirus has caused a worldwide pandemic of respiratory illnesses called COVID-19. Coronaviruses are common in different animals. It is rare that an animal coronavirus can infect humans. There are many different kinds of coronaviruses. Some can cause colds or others cause mild respiratory illnesses. Other coronaviruses can cause more serious diseases, including severe acute respiratory symptom and Middle East respiratory symptom. Coronaviruses are named for their appearance. Under the microscope, the viruses look like they are covered with pointed structures that surround them like a corona or crown. Coronavirus COVID-19 is an infectious disease caused by a newly discovered coronavirus. Most people infected with the COVID-19 virus will experience mild to moderate respiratory illness and recover without requiring special treatment. Older people and those with underlying medical problems like cardiovascular disease, diabetes, etc., are more likely to develop serious illness. The best way to prevent and slow down transmission is to be well informed about the COVID-19 virus. The COVID-19 virus spreads primarily through droplets of saliva or discharge from the nose of an infected person. It is important to social distance. At this time, there is no specific vaccine or treatment for COVID-19. However, there are multiple ongoing clinical trials to develop one. Symptoms of the virus include cough, fever or chills, shortness of breath or difficulty breathing, muscle or body aches, sore throat, loss of taste or smell, diarrhea, headache, fatigue, nausea or vomiting, congestion of or runny noses. In rare cases, COVID-19 can lead to severe respiratory problems, kidney failure, or death. But the most common symptoms include fever, dry cough, and tiredness. Less common symptoms include aches and pains, sore throat, diarrhea, headaches, or even a rash. Serious symptoms include difficulty breathing or shortness of breath, chest pain and pressure, or loss of speech or movement. Seek medical attention if you have serious symptoms immediately. People with mild symptoms can manage their symptoms at home or go get an actual COVID-19 test. On average, it takes 5 to 6 days for symptoms of an infected person to show up. However, it can take up to 14 days. Being diagnosed may be difficult with only a physical exam because mild cases of COVID-19 may appear to be similar to the flu or a bad cold. There are two kinds of tests available for COVID-19 right now, a viral test and an antibody test. A viral test tells you if you currently have the virus. An antibody tells you if you had the virus in the past. An antibody test might not show if you have a current infection because it takes 1 to 3 weeks for your body to make antibodies. Having antibodies to the virus can help you not get the virus again. Unfortunately, there was a major shortage of tests in the U.S. at the beginning of the outbreak. As of now, there is not a specific treatment for the virus. People who become sick from COVID-19 should be treated with supportive measures, those that relieve symptoms. For several cases, there may be additional options for treatments, including research drugs. COVID-19 can be spread from person to person. The virus that causes COVID-19 is thought to be spread mainly from person to person through respiratory droplets produced from an infected person that sneezes, coughs, or even talks. These droplets can land in the mouth or noses of people who are nearby or possibly be inhaled into their lungs. It's commonly spread within 6 feet. COVID-19 seems to be spread easily. in the community, which means people should still, and in the past, be social distancing, staying 6 feet apart, and only going places that are necessary. COVID-19 first appeared in Wuhan, which is a city in China, in December of 2019. Although health officials are still tracing the exact source of the new coronavirus, early hypothesis thought it may be linked to a seafood market in the city. Some people who visited the market developed pneumonia caused by the new virus. A study came out on January 25th of 2020 that the individuals with the first reported cases became ill on December 1st and had no link to the seafood market. Investigations are still ongoing as to how the virus originated and spreads. There is no coronavirus vaccine yet, so prevention is important. Prevention involves frequent hand washing, coughing into a bent elbow, staying home if you feel sick, and wearing a mask everywhere you go. To prevent infection and to slow transmission of COVID-19, wash your hands regularly, maintain at least 6 feet distance between you and anyone else, avoid touching your face, cover your mouth and nose, stay home if you feel unwell, refrain from smoking and other activities that weaken your lungs, and practice self-isolating. COVID-19 affects different people in different ways. Most infected people will develop mild to moderate illness and recover without having to go to the hospital. But it is still crucial to practice good hygiene, respiratory etiquette, and physical social distancing. When the virus spread to the U.S., most states began shutting down, closing all public places and restaurants, starting with New York and California. Isolation is used to separate infected people from people that haven't had the virus yet. People who are in isolation should stay home until it is safe for them to be around others. In the home, anyone sick or infected should separate themselves from others by staying in a specific sick room or area and using a separate bathroom. Right now, Florida, which is where we live, is becoming the new epicenter of the world. The cases in our state are rising rapidly. Florida has had 191 coronavirus deaths in the last 24 hours, the highest single-day rise since the start of the epidemic. The state health department said, "I personally believe it is because of all the tourists visiting our state and the availability of more tests that our rates are becoming so bad." The future is still very unknown. The normal could change forever. Stores like Walmart and Whole Foods are now requiring customers to wear masks while shopping. School is still up in the air for what's to come in the fall. Public schools in our county have pushed back the start date by almost a month, and majority of major colleges are going online in the upcoming semester. Overall, the virus has changed our everyday lives, and our future could possibly change forever.